And then you also say that would have been ran out of old Hollywood for being too loud. These women don't have any reform, schools, civilized schooling, nor do the males. Absolutely. Can you imagine? Like, just think 20 years ago. If this was going on, it would just be like, well, maybe a little bit, because Lil' Kim came out about 20 years ago or so. So that was kind of the inception. But even further than that, imagine. Like, you had your Billy Jacksons and stuff. But she wasn't, I don't know how mainstream Billy Jackson was, because I was a child then. But now Billy Jacksons are the norm. Right. You know what I mean? Billy Jackson being an R&B. I guess she was sort of like a blues rhythm, a blues singer. And she was very raunchy, to say the least. Okay.
Oh, you mean a Millie Jackson? You said Billy Jackson.
I know a Billy Jackson from somewhere. I meant Millie Jackson. Yes. That's who I meant. Thank you. And Tay says, the days of quality female rapping gaining the airtime and popularity is over. Big titties, fake asses, and half-nakedness at sells. We need to promote the rappers that are left to being popular underground and on SoundCloud. Right.
There you go.
And I agree with you 100% on that. The problem is, you know, it's a survival game out here. You know, people aren't really putting a lot of money into the underground artists. And I should say not only just people, but these major companies.
Right.
CardiB has an endorsement with Pepsi. Pepsi's been silent, but they did it twice that I just mentioned. One to Lil Wayne for the Emmett Till lyric, and then the other one to Ludacris.
Wait.
Before I got home.
And a matter of fact, Michael Jackson, because when he got first accused of the sexual, they dropped him because even though he wasn't putting out commercials and stuff, he was still under contract.
Pepsi's been silent. Now listen, I don't know how much I agree with the whole cancel culture, because I think we
jump to conclusions.
Yeah, we do. Well, we take that a little too far. I'm not saying a person should never be able to eat. I'm not saying that. But I am saying that they should be held to the same standards. That's all I'm saying, right? Okay, and so Vinny says, there's a whole lot of Cardi wannabes coming up on social scene right after that and are more than willing to take even a step further. Like, I couldn't imagine what that would be, right? Than she is. Trust me, if you don't like, he said, trust me, if don't like the now, you should absolutely be terrified of what's coming. So if you don't like what's going on now, you should be terrified. Absolutely. And as I said, like, what could be next? What could be worse?
Just out there, just butt naked.
I mean, but we kind of seeing that. Like, we saw, not that Amber Rose a rapper, but we saw her butt naked.
Yeah, her hoo-ha.
Yeah, so like, what else? What could be worse? I'm scared to even find out. To your point, Vinny. Okay, and then Marcus says, I think they almost mute like the mentality we have about Cardi B is unfair and unjust. So many about young ladies over the past few decades. How come from? They come from homes, I think you're trying to say, where children were raising children. Let's see, children were raising children, and Cardi is no different. Or I think you mean Cardi is no different than the fact that she found a hustle to pay her bills. And please, best be careful how we defend men that basics something. I think it's a typo here, because they are some foul brothers to do some sick things to. At the end of the day, let's be happy that Cardi got off the stripper pole and got into the music studio. You know
Wait. But did she get off the stripper pole? Did she? Because all she's doing is vocal stripping. Oh, you want me to continue? Okay. You know, so, I mean, it all depends on how you look at it. But the damage that she's doing to the community is just as bad as if she's... And I just can't see applauding what she's doing.
Marcus, you know I love you, right? I had to open up my drink, and you guys rarely ever see me take a drink on here.
Yeah.
Why should we be happy she got off the pole like that?
Right.
Like, I would have been happy if she got off the pole by maybe, I don't know, I'm just throwing out there, going to school, working a couple of jobs, and, maybe paying for, because she was saying that's how she paid for studio time.
Right, yeah, I saw that thing. But the thing is, though, where I come from, the decision to even strip, that's nothing to be applauded at all.
Like, why should we be happy about that?
Why couldn't she get a job at Walmart? Why couldn't she get a job
like everybody else
at Burger King or wherever?
And to my second portion of this, I'm going to get into multiple streams of income, but I'll start off a little bit here. When I was 21, 22, my daughter was very young. Me and her father didn't work out. He left me. And he left me in the apartment and took everything and told me to go back home to my mother. He says, go back home to your mom. I took the beds, the refrigerator, you name it. I came home from work and there was in there. Now, I could have taken that same attitude and probably justified it with shit. Let me go and get on a pole somewhere. Let me go stick some dudes up because I'm not going back.
Let me go suck some dicks.
Right, right, but no.
No, you know what I mean?
Right, no, I got you. And let me go do something heinous to somebody else so I can get ahead. But no, I didn't. You know what I did?
Got a job.
I got 3 jobs. I worked 3 jobs until the one. I got one good full time, and I was able to quit the other jobs, but I worked my ass off.
And don't get me wrong. How many of you guys have gone to like government agencies? All you see in there is women. I don't even see dudes working, you know.
Well, I mean, to her point, she didn't have a kid. Cardi didn't have a kid.
She didn't have no children?
I mean, there's a lot of women out there with kids who aren't, you know, stripping and drugging dudes.
And I'm a big supporter of single mothers.
You know what? They doing it the right way.
Exactly.
You know, so that's bull. Why should we be glad she got off the pole like that, right?
Yeah.
All right, and so let's see. Asada says Bloods and Crips originated from the Black Panthers. All right, now.
California. That was my point.
Okay.
It's from California.
You sure that was your point?
Well, I'm just saying that, you know, because you remember back in the day when, you know, hip hop started, it was New York. We'll give you guys props. And they wouldn't even play our music over there.
Right.
You know, so, you know, I'm just trying to.
And then let's see. So Dunamis, what's happening? He says, people don't appreciate the power of music. We learn from songs. Music affects your emotions. Not too many people can say the ABCs without singing. True. So imagine what the music does to influence kids.
Syncopation.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
absolutely.
syncopation.
And for those of you guys who follow the Bible or into church and all of that, what was Satan's gift? It was the gift of music.
Right. Pied Piper.
Right. And so people kind of tie it in where, like, to your point, Dunamis, that music is very hypnotic, if you will. And it, like, if you can hear a tune and it'll stay in your head all day.
No. Well, you know, if you think about it, you're absolutely right in that aspect because music can make you happy. It can make you sad.
It evokes all kind of emotions and
exactly.
stuff. I mean, so music it's a good thing, but it can be very dangerous. Okay. And then so Jonelle says, I'm going to get you sucker out here. Lying and stunting, artificial too. The max for benefits and ego defines most people. Absolutely. And Richard says, maybe she had to say something negative to negate that woke moment she had during the shutdown.
Oh, wow.
But this video came out, I guess she did a live 3 years ago.
Yeah, 3
and
years
to Donovan's point, there was a blogger, which I can't stand.
Yeah, Tasha K.
She's very loud and just, She's gonna have her moment.
Yeah,
like Wendy Williams is having her moment.
Yeah, check out Unwind with Tasha K on YouTube. Yeah.
It's just gossip is what it is.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's just foolishness.
But so these videos came out because CardiB is suing this lady along with a couple other bloggers. And so they were like, oh yeah, here's the video of you admitting it.
Here are the receipts.
So that's why we're here, okay? So Benny says, let's keep in mind, though, we ourselves are responsible for all of our own cultural woes because we are promoting and entertaining the fake and harmful and the shameful, the real and the helpful. Absolutely.
Yes.
I mean, as Jonelle says, the Zionists and the record companies and all that can't do that if we're not buying or paying attention to it.
Exactly.
But how do we shun it? You know? How do we shun it? And so let's see. Al says Cardi has herbal seasoning recipe contest where you can win $30,000 to cook a meal in 30 minutes. Don't enter this competition because you'll run out of time. You know what, fool? Richard says
I like that. I'm gonna borrow that. All right.
Richard says CardiB leaving the poll and rapping is just like saying I'm done selling weed because the cocaine is more profitable.
Yeah.
You're still destroying lives. Yeah, I mean, I can't be happy for her getting off the pole like that.
That's exactly what I'm saying. She couldn't get a job like everybody else. What message are you sending to young girls that say,
means necessary.
Right, let me fuck this dude. Let me go do that. You know, come on. It's like, what happened to working hard?
And so to be fair, now, as of the couple days ago, she says, well, I'm not proud of it, which is why I don't rap about it in my music.
It's all in her music. What the hell is she talking about?
I'm just telling you what she said.
It's all in the music.
I tried, Cardi. Okay.
Studio gang. This goes back to my point of studio gangster.
Right.
This woman is so ignorant, she doesn't even know what she's saying half the time.
Right. And so it says, We see it all day. Jonelle says, we see it all day. Sex in the public in broad daylight.
Yes,
artists
sir.
with their privates out on stage.
Mm-hmm.
It's mental filth and filthy actions. She hasn't gotten off the pole. She just got broadcast as, let's see, broadcast as her video displays. These are not the standards of a moral principle. Woman like Mary, majority of women, sad to say, only have examples of whores and whoredom before them, doing what they feel they must do for their desire to make it to a point of success. Insecurity, like in The Devil's Advocate, the part I send you out as sheep amongst wolves.
Yes,
true.
Absolutely. And
that's what she is.
Right. And then, okay, and think about these young men. We're talking about these young ladies. Let's think about these young boys in that age range, too. If she's rapping about, because we know she doesn't write her own lyrics, if she's rapping about all this stuff, and these boys are listening to it as well as these young ladies, how do you get respect when you're rapping? It has nothing to do with respect. It's all about, down-shaming black women.
Well, I mean, and then her video with the City Girls.
Yeah, twerking in the video.
Oh, she's on the pole. How did she get off the pole yet?
Yeah, but you're demanding respect.
Right. And Benny says, this shit is just a lame excuse, just the same as it is for a dude using it, their reasoning for selling drugs and being in gangs, period. No, absolutely. It's a complete double standard. It comes from women who are always talking about others' double standards when it comes to women. But yet then you turn around and do a double standard for a woman? Come on. And then Daryl says, Bloods and Crips started in Los Angeles and Compton in the 1969 and has spread to far away as Europe and Africa.
Yeah, crazy.
Ain't that something? Over there in the motherland, Crip walking.
No. What's amazing about that is the dumbest shit we get credit for.
Well, but to the flip side of that, black people, we are trendsetters. Yeah, we set trends, and why not set some good ones?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that the negative stuff, we're just
right.
It's
and let's see. So Ishmael says we're in the age where it's so hard to protect our children from the web. YouTube alone has so much mischief and crazy. Influential power over its children drives me crazy. Right.
Exactly.
But why is your child, not you, because I know it's not you, but I'm saying in general, why is your child on YouTube, especially unsupervised?
Right. I have a question, and I have this question for a lot of parents. Where is okay, let's say your child is less than 14 years old. I can understand if they're 14, you might want to get them an $800 phone. You can go ahead and do that. But if they're younger than 14, I'm just saying if it was my child ain't getting a phone until at least 14 or 15. Because where is my child going to be where I won't know where they're going to be?
And then they have all these apps. I mean, if you give your child an app, you might as well put them in a strip club and say, I'll be back, honey.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why would I give them...
Because they're able to get those
Why
things
would I give
on
him a phone? Why would I give him a tablet? Why would I do all those things to let strangers in my home? Right. Unbeknownst to me.
Well, that's what you're doing. And Al, I see your joke, but I ain't reading it. And then Marcus says, I think all of this stems from the reality shows on these plantation networks that pay black people to do anything and say anything week after week for money. Cardi is only rapping the culture. There are so many black people who have supported for years now, and she came off of one of those reality shows that you're talking about.
Yeah, Love and Hip Hop.
Again, those things cannot survive if we don't give it life. But I don't watch that stuff. I'm just not going to sit up and watch grown people holler and fight and talk about absolutely nothing we can't use. So, ooh, I almost choked. I guess because I got choked up. But anyway, y'all hear I lost my voice?
Yes.
It's weird. That happens to me sometimes. But anyway, moving on. Daryl says the record companies like BET are in control of our images. Do not go to BET Awards or watch their programming. But there are people who do. Like they can't. I haven't watched BET. I don't have TV, so but I didn't watch it even then. Because I know it's not for us.
The last award show I ever watched is when I was appalled that Will Smith won the very first rap Grammy. I was done at that point.
Damn, that was a long time ago.
And I stopped watching the shows because, nothing against Will Smith, but happy rapper? Come on now.
You don't want a happy rapper?
No, I want somebody.
Summer.
That was a good song, but he didn't win it for that.
No?
Yeah, he won it for, I think, Parents Don't Understand or something like that. Parents Just Don't Understand.
I guess.
But, and that's the last time I really watched the award show. And I noticed all the award shows are the same.
Right. And Jonelle says, our women got it rough, and majority don't have a moral ground against these various mechanics of negativity and the temptation that makes them do what's easy for security. Cardi has confessions, moments like Usher. So we get to hear her testimony, but so many others got stories that make a brass monkey cry. No, absolutely. Yeah. You know, and what is it saying? Oh, yes. We're going to get into multiple. Thank you for reminding me. Multiple streams of income. And then so Ishmael is saying, true. Shantae is saying, we are at a time where being loud and ratchet is appalled, and being respectable and having morals is corny. Look at how people talk about Russell Wilson and Ciara. Yeah, he's a cornball, and he's a sucker, and he's
college
soft.
Graduate.
Right, and all that. And so let's get into multiple streams of income, because I didn't want to just talk about Cardi the whole show, because I don't really like talking about Cardi, but I wanted to address the double standards and how our mindset is in defending
We like
Cardi
being
B.
entertained. We like it.
You know, we should not be defending Cardi B at the end of the day. I don't think she should be destroyed, but I think she should be accountable, if you will.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
A public announcement real quick, you guys. On YouTube, you guys remember there's a classic movie. It's very hard to get. It came on YouTube today. It's called Let's Do It Again. Bootney Farnsworth, John Amos, directed by Sidney Poitier,
Who
Bill
did the
Cosby.
soundtrack?
The Staple Singers, Curtis Mayfield, produced the soundtrack. So a classic movie if you guys are of my age, because obviously Demetra is... I don't know what your age is. Yes.
Young. Like I probably shouldn't even be talking about this stuff because
you're so young. Yeah. So Let's Do It Again. They're doing full movies on YouTube for free. So check it out when you get a chance.
And then moving on, Jonelle says, but Cardi is a drop in the bucket. Right is supply and demand, cause and effect. So it has to be crushed at the root. Why takes us to the root until we get to them roots? It will get worse. No, absolutely. And Tay says, yes, let's talk about securing the bag with multiple streams of income. # get money.
Get the money.
So, like I said, I wanted to end off while I'm talking about multiple streams of income, because Cardi B got her bags, if you will. She got her multiple streams of income. But a lot of us need to get multiple streams of income. Okay, so what is that? My mom used to always talk about having multiple streams of income when I was a child. From very little, I remember her saying that. And multiple streams of income is basically multiple ways of making money. So let's take it back to the shutdown. You had a lot of people who worked for the government, but that was the only job they had. It's a good job. I mean, it's a good job, right?
Very lucrative.
Very lucrative. But when the government shut down, so did what? Their income.
Their income.
So if they had...
non-essential. He had a non-essential.
Right, well, I'm just saying, but even still, regardless of where they were, so if they had one income with the government, they stopped, their money-making stopped.
Potential.
But so a lot of people who have multiple streams of income, let's say if I was a government worker that shut down, hey, I know how to do this, that, and the other. And I'll give you guys a perfect example of me, because I've always been one. Donovan knows my story. Al knows my story. So I have 2 degrees, which I rarely talk about. I have a master's in public relations and I have a BA in communication, right?
Amen.
I'm using both of those degrees to make pretty good money, I would say. However, I can also, because I have a background in sanitation, I have a good friend of mine who has a house cleaning service, and I tell her, when you need people, if I'm available, which I don't have a lot of time, but she calls me and she needs somebody to clean the house, I'm there. I get $100 or so, give or take, cash.
Under the table? Never mind. Go
I get a cash, $100 that day, cash, for helping her. But, a certain amount you have to declare or whatever. So I'm within my legal rights to do that.
Of course.
I also am a notary. What else do I do? If somebody like my brother, he has 3 kids, he needs somebody to pick up his kids, he'll pay me or whatever, I'll do that. So I do a whole host of things.
You used to Uber back in the day?
I used to Uber.
When it first came out.
I didn't Uber long because I didn't want all those people in my ride. Right?
When it first came out.
Right. When it first came out, it was pretty cool, whatever the case is. But the point that I'm making is, if one of those things stop, and I have another...
census?
Well...
Sorry.
I do... So I have 2 other things that I do, and I don't talk about them because it's safe that I don't. But no, that's not one of them.
Yeah.
But they're pretty good careers to say the least.
Okay.
But if one of those jobs stopped, I'm going to continue making money somewhere.
What she's trying to say, I'm going to let the cat out of the bag, is there's a strip club called the Library that she kind of goes.
No. And stripping is not one of them.
Okay, gotcha.
But the point that I'm making is I'm not going to starve. Put it that way.
Got it.
I know how to hustle, so I understand where somebody like a CardiB is coming from, although I'm a hustle legally. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to go out there and do something to jeopardize my freedom, right?
Absolutely.
So let's talk about how do we get multiple streams of income.
Right.
Go ahead.
And also, you forgot to say, you also freelance PR.
Yeah, right. My true calling is PR. So I do help people with various things, whether it's campaigning or it's even to the point to where my hustle is so strong because people know that I can write, and I'm also a good negotiator. So if somebody's having an issue, like I had somebody hit me up the other day and says, "Hey, I'm having an issue with my landlord. I need you to. Here's the issue. I need to put it in the words that you put it in, and so I can send it to them." And I did it. They paid me. Exactly. It took me less than 10 minutes to write this letter, and I got paid pretty good for that 10 minutes. Exactly. So now I'm not saying it to brag about myself because I have issues too. But the point that I'm making is if we know how to do certain things, that's going to help us stay afloat. Now, how do you get multiple streams? And I'm going to get to you guys' comments. Multiple streams of income. For one, if you have a degree, okay, use that degree or whatever the case is. A lot of people who don't have degrees.
You don't need a degree.
Figure out what it is you're good at. Figure out what it is you're good at and what you can do to make money. That's what my mom used to always say. What can you do?
What can you do?
Figure out what you can do and get people to pay you to do that, whatever that is. And so that's how you get multiple streams of income. Multiple streams of income, especially for us as black people, going to help us because that's more money. See, it's not really the fact that we don't have money coming into the community. It's the fact that we don't keep it in the community. That would help us with the unemployment rate as well. If we, find what you call side hustles, multiple streams of income. I'm a big proponent of that.
We used to have that in our communities back in the 60s until the generation fail sold out.
Right. And so, let's see here. And Jonelle says, yes, the classic's truly hilarious. Let's do it again. Too funny. Hustle and hustle hard.
Yes.
And then Benny says, Miss Shantae Wilder is absolutely right. Our priorities as a whole are absolutely backwards, and we sensationalize the wrong people and the things. Yeah, it's just things have gotten turned upside down. When and how, I guess we could probably pinpoint it, but that's just where we are as a society now. Things are completely inside out.
Now, what do you think that is? What would you call that?
What?
Major distraction.
Oh, yeah, well, it's a distraction, no doubt, but I think it needs to be dealt with because a lot of times we dismiss things as a distraction, which it is, but we still need to deal with it because our community, like Cardi, is going to be all right. White people who listen to Cardi, they're going to be all right. Hispanics that listen to Cardi are going to be all right. You guys get where I'm going, but it's us that are going to suffer from Cardi, or not Cardi like she's doing something to us. It's just that we are not at the point to where we can say, hey, regardless if we listen to Cardi or not, we got our money going, we got our group economics and all of that, so we suffer the most. Because of it, and then like Jonelle says, it's by design though. Let's drop this filth into their community. Everybody else will listen to it.
And it's normal.
But they have other things that kind of shield them from the effects that it'll have on them. Okay? And then so let's see here. Tay says, D, I need to talk about that notary thing. I was thinking about that. Yes! Yeah, people, like, I don't do a lot of notaries, but I have people say, hey, I need a notary. Because people don't want to drive to a notary.
Right.
Have somebody, go to an office because it's hard a lot of times to find a notary. But if somebody knows you're one, hey, I got something I need to notarize. I charge to drive over there, and I charge for the signature.
Then again, why give your money to a total stranger to get somebody that you know?
Right. So I mean, there's a lot of things that you can do. Is a notary costs you. I don't think it cost me about $300 from beginning to end to get it, but I'll make that back within a couple of signatures.
Yeah, the sad thing is notary at the bank used to be free, if you remember that bank.
Right.
Now they're charging, I think it's $10.
It's $15.
Yeah, $15. Yeah, signatures.
Right.
What?
Right. And Ishmael says, you go, girl. Well, I'm just trying to share what I have. And I know a lot of you guys have multiple streams of income too, but this is...
We've got to start teaching that.
Yeah, I never forgot that. My mom is, and also I can speak. You know, so somebody wants me to speak or do something, you know, give me a couple bucks or whatever, you know, till I get there, if you will. But hey, you never know. And Charles says, hey, Demetria K, what a day. Absolutely.
Beautiful day.
Charles and his Bernie support.
There you
and
go.
And I saw him messing with Joe Biden earlier. Ishmael says, me and my wife bring in income and we still find ourselves strapped sometimes. This I need to hear. Absolutely. So Ishmael, think of what it is you and your wife know how to do. I don't care what it is. If you know how to bake a cake, cookies, something like this, we always need something. Like I said, my brother, he has small kids. He needs somebody to take them back and forth to school and drop them off at the after school program. All right, I'll do it, and they pay me. Mm-hmm. They pay me to do it.
Rightfully so.
Rightfully so, yeah, because it's taken out of my time. Now, I don't mind doing it sometimes, but yeah, if this becomes a regular thing, break me off because you're going to pay the people, whoever that is, way more than you paying me to do that.
And especially if you got, remember we were coming up, there was no such thing as daycare. There was no such thing.
Right.
Now, the thing is, you could be in a daycare system, which I don't understand. You got all these black single mothers that have programs. You can go to school and they will watch the kids at the damn college. But that's another story. You could be in a contract, let's say you're a regular person like me that has to pay for daycare.
Right.
If the child is there or not, they're going to get their money.
Absolutely.
I could go on vacation. I still have to pay that week that my child is missing.
Right. So, but yeah, so just, you know, think about things you know how to do. Like I said, I'm going to keep repeating it. My mom used to say that to me, you know. Think of what you know how to do and find people to pay you for it. It don't have to be like, oh, I went out a degree or specialty. You know, we know somebody like my sister-in-law. She bakes cakes.
Yeah, she does. That tastes good.
Bakes like cakes. She learned how to do that on her own. I mean, some people will pay her $300-$400 for a wedding cake.
Yep, I saw her at Winco getting ingredients one day.
Right, and that's what she does. And she works too. But if she got laid off, which she has before, she bakes cakes.
Yeah. Well, no, she got furloughed.
Yeah, and all issues when you name it, cookies, cakes, she bakes it. So people pay her good money to do those things.
Yeah, and as well as streaming income, think about this. Take your vices. I just opened an IRA account, retirement account, just because. I'm already retired.
Right.
But I'm doing it because I haven't really technically reached retirement age.
Right.
Because retirement age is whatever.
Right.
So I'm putting $20 a week into this IRA. So by the time, if I do reach retirement age, I'll have $70,000, $80,000 sitting there for me.
Right.
To just spend.
I know that's right.
Yeah. So.
And to his point, now when you get the multiple streams of income, now the multiple streams of income serves a couple of purposes. One, it does help us get over the hump. Mm-hmm. Let's say payday, like right now, a lot of us are getting ready to pay rent or mortgage, and a lot of our money goes toward mortgage. And so when you get paid again in 2 weeks, it's like, golly, most of our mortgage.
I got $300 left.
Less than that.
Yeah, I got to make it stretch.
I got $50 to feed everybody until next payday. Mm-hmm. And so while you're waiting for next payday, maybe you know how to write. Mm-hmm. Maybe you have a notary. Maybe you know somebody who has a business is like, hey, yo, I need some help for today. Come over and help me. Maybe you could start a carpool.
Right. Well, let me show you how resourceful people are and how simple it could be. We have tire shops here in California. How hard is it to change a tire? They got businesses that do that. You could open up a oil change thing. For those that do oil changes, hit the thing, boom, 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 $15, $20 to do that.
And I tell you guys this, I come up with ideas. Let me get to you guys' comments. I come up with ideas all the time, like nothing. I'm just not passionate about doing it. Mm-hmm. But to your point, it was made me think, and I'll probably get somebody the game. Mm-hmm. To your point, a lot of people don't know how to change tires or tires or whatever. Right. Mm-hmm. But what if somebody had like a mobile service? Now, I'm not talking about the tow truck that you got to wait 45 minutes or whatever. He has a service, you know, that'll change somebody's tire. You go do it. I don't know. I don't know the dynamics of it. But somebody in the neighborhood, somebody you knew.
Just make sure you have a 3.5-ton jack. You just pop, no matter what car it is, you can pop it up, take that tire out, put it out, boom, gone. You could change a tire in less than 10 minutes and charge somebody about, $12?
What if you knew how to change brakes? Just simple brake job. You know, somebody pay you $50, $60 to do it, you know? Exactly. All right, and so let's see here. And the Benny says, I absolutely take responsibility for my role in it because I myself didn't always think the way I think now. I was a part of the problem at one point in my life as well. Accountability is a key. And I think we all were to some degree depending on what it was.
Not me.
Tay says, hey, I'm here to learn on how others make money and see if I can apply it to my life or utilize your services. Well, absolutely. I mean, that's what it's all about. It's bouncing ideas off of each other and sharing. See, we got to share the knowledge.
See, but here's a funny thing, and I'm going to talk to Tay specifically. You know, I know Tay, you know Tay. She's a very outgoing type person. Why is it's always the people that have the money that keep hustling?
It's not really because you're going after the money. It's just the mindset.
The mindset. That's what I'm saying. Tay doesn't necessarily need to.
It's a mindset of never settling and being comfortable. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm not saying being comfortable like you can't relax, but like be striving to do more. Mm-hmm. You know, there's a saying, there's never enough of more.
Right.
You know, why not? Mm-hmm. You know, you're young, you got the energy, go make all the money you can. Then when you get ready to, then you have the money or whatever. But that's just me. Yeah, because I try to find different ways to make money all the time.
Yeah, because a friend of mine told me, he goes, well, you're already making this kind of money in retirement now. Why would you need to save an IRA?
Well, what else are you doing with the money?
That's what I said. I said some people are drinking, some people are smoking weed, whatever. I'm just taking $20 a week.
Right.
And saving it for 15, 20 years from now.
Right. And so the other part that I was saying to that, to the multiple streams of income is, so if you're having a shortfall between paychecks, it allows you to find a way to make money until you get your paycheck.
Stopgap it. Mm-hmm.
Also save it if you can do that. Don't spend it all. If you can save it, save it. Do like you're saying an IRA or whatever the case is.
Right. Put it in a Christmas account.
Right.
You can pull out that anytime.
Right. But, you know, prepare for a rainy day. You might want to go on whatever. Just, you know, just figure out what you know how to do and get people to pay you to do it. And let's see. And Al says, cows don't have any money because farmers milk them dry. He's so corny. And Jonelle says, our streams of income and wealth come from our creative thought. Absolutely. You got a product, you got a business, you got a job, you got a service, you got a job. We are programmed to lack our creative thoughts, and we'll work and make it happen. Absolutely. Like, we are the most creative people on the planet. There is no reason why we shouldn't all be balling, you know?
Exactly. See, and I agree with you on that statement because everybody gets in a panic when they talk about cutting the food stamps and the welfare and stuff like that. You know what? We're going to be okay. We've always survived.
And to that point, let's say I was on food stamps. You know?
I wish I was.
You know? Give me a few. Yeah. But cut my food stamps. All right. I'm still going to eat. Mm-hmm. Even if I had to collect some cans, I'm going to eat.
Exactly.
So it's never going to be, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Okay, that's okay, cool, because I got a notary bag, I know how to do this, I got a homegirl over here who got a cleaning service, I go over there and, you know, see if she
But like you always say,
whatever.
Like you always say, you should never be dependent on another man to feed your grown ass.
Right. Figure it out. And so, and then Betty says, our children need to be taught skills, multiple skills, working with their hands. Our adults too. It's never too late because once you acquire a skill, now you have something to market, find a need, and fill it. Absolutely. That's what making the money is about. Finding a need and filling it. It's just really that simple. But a lot of times we think it's so hard. You know, like my little niece, she's 13. Her father bought her a computer because she wants to edit people's videos because she did it for a girl at school for some project, and the girl paid her. So she's like, yo, I can make money doing this. You know how much you can make the edit? And she's good. You know how much you can make? And she's 13 to edit people's videos.
Well, think about this. What's the one thing, no matter recession, depression, whatever, that you're going to make money regardless?
I'm not going to ask because I think I know where you're going.
No, go ahead and answer.
I don't know. Because I'm thinking you're thinking something else.
You have a license in it. Hair.
Oh, I had a license to do hair.
Hair.
But I thought you was going somewhere
else. No. Women are going to get their hair done. You don't even have to have a license. You can do braiding.
Yeah, well, you should have a license. You know, especially if you're going to do chemicals. But I mean, if you know how to braid some hair, be the homegirl around the way to braid hair. It's money right there. Like, why you sitting at home watching Maury, have somebody who need the hair braided while y'all watching Maury, and you're braiding their hair, and she pay you, and then you go do your thing, right?
Or get a bunch of you girls together that can braid, and then go hit some cities and hit some spots.
Absolutely. And then Daryl says, I call it being a little Jamaican. My granny, who was from there, could do anything. More power to our people. Absolutely.
Amen,
they say Jamaicans have 100 jobs, right?
Yes, they do. Remember that show, Desmond? It was on BET? The guy had like 5 jobs. Hey, man!
In Living Color, I think.
They did a thing on it.
And Tay says, I use my car for Uber Black and Lyft XL. I make over $100 on one ride. Yes, she has an SUV, and Uber pays you more money to have an SUV because more people need to go, blah, blah, plus gas and stuff. So she's making $100. Like she could do her one ride and be like, I'm gone.
Fellas, I just got to say this. If you can catch up with Tay, the girl's balling. She's beautiful. Got herself together.
She balling.
Yeah, she's balling.
She needs you to be balling too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. If you can lock that up, you got it made.
Right. And she says, I want more from me and my boys. I want to have a cushion because we are in Trump's America and goodness knows what could happen. Also, if I pass, I want my kids to have something other than debt.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Open that IRA account.
Absolutely.
Can't hurt.
I mean, there you have
a student IRA right at your bank. Open that one $20 a week.
And then Jonelle says, see the need and provide the service, even if you must learn the service. Where there is a need, there is an opportunity, or shop the clearance racks and invest in what's on the clearance racks and sell it for a price more than you would have invested. Absolutely.
People are opening up their businesses like we laugh at people that go to thrift stores. What do you think eBay is? That's basically a thrift store.
My daughter can repurpose anything. And she's good, you know. Exactly. So, to Donovan, with me and him and my daughter were at lunch one day, and me and our daughter talking about we're getting a sewing machine, and he's like,
"Oh yeah, that's right.
I got one. You can use it." Mm-hmm. And my daughter's been sewing.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, she's been sewing.
Right on.
She's been sewing, and so she's gonna sew and make clothes and sell them.
There you go.
So I mean, that was just like speak things into the universe,
exactly.
You know. So Donovan provided us with a sewing machine until we can get on our feet and get going.
They want the macro mass production sewing machine.
Right.
Right now you got to start where you can start at.
Right.
You know?
Right, but there you have it. Mm-hmm. And let's see. So good point, Jonelle. Yeah, you can buy clothes and resell them.
Absolutely.
And then let's see. Al says, "What is alimony? The screwing you get from the screwing you got you a fool." That's not a multiple stream of income.
So okay? True.
And Al says, "Pepe Le Pew has no money, but he does have 1 cent. You crazy?"
Wow. You can always secure the bag. Is that the new thing the girls are doing now?
Secure the bag with multiple streams of income. Mm-hmm. You know. And Jonelle says, just think they may crack an item and create supply and demand around it like they did hair. You got hair on your head and people can sell you hair. So where there's a will, there's a way. Absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. So whatever you know how to do, figure out how legally, and people to pay you for it.
Yeah, I mean, okay, legally. And not everybody's going to be a rapper. Not everybody's going to be a football player. Not everybody's going to be a basketball player. Be realistic in what you're going to do.
Absolutely.
You know, especially you women. You know your kids ain't shit. Don't put all your eggs in one basket on that one kid and put that pressure on him to be a star so you can get paid. Let's be real about it, you know?
She needs a multiple stream of income.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
And let's see here. Benny says, the key is to teach teach your money how to talk to other money. Absolutely. Cultivate your money and force it to grow hands and feet. That's how you make money in your sleep. The money will go and get more money after a while. You can stop chasing money because the money will be chasing you. And that is the goal. Make money in your sleep. Because whatever you got going is working. Not that kind of sleep.
No. I'm making,
yeah, Donovan's into the stocks and I've gotten into them too. Money. I'm like, what you doing? You know? But yeah, so that's the key, to be able to make money without having to, maybe do manual labor or whatever anymore. So good point. And Jonelle says that being an innovator, right? Start small and grow big. That's another thing. A lot of times people think, I want to make it big, which is cool. You should think that. But sometimes you are going to have to start small. You might start where you are with what you have. Yeah,
start where you are.
Look at Black media now on YouTube. A lot of those people who are
Roland Martin is pissed.
Okay, pissed. But a lot of the Black media that have these millions of followers now, they started with a cell phone.
Yes, the Young Turks, the biggest.
Phil from the Advice Show.
Shower curtain.
He started in his bathroom in front of a shower curtain with a phone, and now the rest is studio history. Mm-hmm. So start with what you have, where you are. Hell, if you know how to fry some chicken. We see Hispanics do it all the time.
You see them right there selling oranges on the corner?
Or driving through the neighborhood, the elotes with the corn, with the mayonnaise and all. They drive through the neighborhood and shit. People running about the house. Mm-hmm. Right. So, I mean, I'm sure they have some corn and some mayonnaise or however they make it. It's like, shit, I'm finna go out. I need some money.
But what's the most important thing you need to have talking about multiple means of income and starting these businesses, in your opinion?
You need to have the will.
Well, no, we know that.
Uh-huh.
To me, you need to surround yourself with positive people who aren't going to tear you down and do all that.
Get yourself away from the haters.
Yeah, you got to get away from the haters and just and keep that positivity around it. People are going to encourage you and say, yeah, keep doing that, keep doing that. You know?
Absolutely.
So,
and then Al says Alicia's getting paid again doing another her aunt's 60th birthday. So Alicia's his oldest daughter, she knows that she's 15.
16 already?
14.
Okay.
I think 14. And she knows how to do hair and do it well.
All right.
And she makes money. Like she does hair for the girls at school.
Then why is Dad paying for your damn phones?
But that's a talent that she has. You know, she's making money to do that.
And still having Dad use his money when she got money all up in her purse.
Is there any other way?
Okay. Daddy's girl.
And Benny says, bingo, Donovan, investment. Right.
Investments.
And Donovan is good at investing. I've invested. I have some life insurance policies that have investment vehicles or what do you call it? Features attached to it. So yeah.
Demetra is a heavy investor in the marijuana stocks. Okay, y'all. So don't let her fool you.
I don't smoke it.
Yeah, but she knows y'all do.
Right. Making money in your sleep.
Exactly.
And then Al says, my grandma didn't like me telling jokes and would always say, don't play bozo for free. And that's another thing. Like Al, he's an excellent writer. He has people who contact him through Facebook wanting to pay him to write.
Yeah,
he's also a great orator, so he's been paid to go speak at people's weddings and funerals, all kinds of stuff.
MCing, stuff like that.
Well, not MCing, just getting up there to speak. You know, so find a way to use your talents and make money from it.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Okay. And then so Benny says seed money. You want to speak about some seed money?
Start money. Well, the point is, any business, you got to have something to start it with. Now, you can either go get a loan and go into debt immediately, but if you have a dream and you're working at it, like you said, start where you're at, start slow,
what you have.
And then start saving your money to get the certain things. A good example, my studio here, I built the one in the garage, like for the summertime, it's still there, whatever, but slowly I put pieces together. Like right now I got the umbrella lights, that's why it's a lot lighter in here and stuff like that. So just piece by piece by piece, and that's how you start your money.
And Donovan started off with at Starbucks with a microphone and a camera, and it was and Tay was there. She knows.
Tay knows.
It was windy as hell sometimes, so the feedback of the video here. And then eventually he got them, what do you call them? The
muff
wind.
things. Yeah, the muff things.
Yeah, and then it just blew up from that point. Right. But you started where you were with what you had.
And then knowing what I needed, I saved the money rather than going to the bank, or I didn't want to go. I said piece by piece. We'll get better. We'll get better.
Absolutely.
And right now we're on iHeartRadio. We're on all these platforms because of the people like you that tune in and listen.
Absolutely. And Jonelle says, learn how to use other people's money. Get inventors on your legit vision. Read the books Think and Grow Rich, yes, by Napoleon Hill, or Rich Dad Poor Dad, yes, by Robert Kiyosaki. All start with thought, enlightenment. Absolutely. It all starts up
right
here.
there.
Everything
exactly. You got to have the vision.
And for those of you guys on the podcast, thank you so much for joining us. We will talk to you next week.
You got to have the vision. Joe Jackson had the vision.
All right.
You had the vision. Okay. You can talk about them all you want.
Right. Daryl says the Moody twins, son of Paul Mooney, teach classes on multiple streams of income to our people. I didn't know that.
What movie was the Moody twins in?
I don't know.
I think it was the only movie they were in. The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh with Dr. J. Debbie Allen was in it too.
Maybe that's why that was the only movie. I'm just kidding. But no, I didn't know that. That's interesting. I will check them out. And let's see. Jonelle says, I meant investors. Oh, okay. We said inventors. Hey, Gloria says, how can you ship goods internationally cheap to cut costs and save money?
No, some Vietnamese.
Yeah, she easily knows some Vietnamese. But I know I wish my daughter was in here because she knows how to do all that stuff. But there's a lot of platforms like Amazon and a whole host of other things like Amazon.
And another way, you think I'm joking when I say this, but if you have friends that are in the military or people that are stationed like in Osan, Korea, and places like that, contact them, and they could be that supplier that ships you what you need.
Gloves, right.
That does it.
Good idea. And Benny says, good investment, Demetra. And AI is another one. I got that idea from the weed stock from Donovan. He's all up on that kind of stuff. But AI, yes, that's a good thing. A good point. AI is here.
Yes.
And we need to invest in that. There was something else that left actually.
Yes.
I went public, and when I looked, it was about $80 a stock. I was
isn't that crazy?
Right.
That high. But
you're right.
You just gotta wait it out.
And so, yes, AI. Check out AI because it's everywhere. And Al says, tell Donovan what Vegas trip my grandma said about income. Lord have mercy. She basically said, as a woman, a wet
Yes.
hoo-ha and an empty purse
Don't make
match.
sense. That's right. That's
They all
right.
use your own imagination. And Tay said, sure was, sitting out in front of Starbucks with bombs and oddballs.
Yes, you were. You were.
And Al says some people are broke and just can't acquiesce the info